This is my Canvas case study. It is a grant proposal for for a school for a team board for each classroom as well as iReady software. The overall school, the student needs in the school are there's a number of students that have IEPs. There are also a number of students that are showing strong signs of having ADD. There are the majority of students are either on free lunch or they are from single parent families or families that include them just being raised by their grandparents. So a lot of the time their economic status is lower income families. There's also a large number of English language learners. So the way that a team board would benefit these students is that it is capable. It has a lot of capabilities. It's very up to date. It could connect to other devices. It could connect to the students' Chromebooks or the teacher's laptop or other devices. It allows for students when they're working on a project to be able to present it to the class and put up their own pictures and text and be able to actually give a really exciting presentation to the whole class. It also allows for the teacher to show pictures and videos that can go along with what they're talking about, which helps English language learners. When they're learning a new language, it helps to have visual aids in order to make the lessons more memorable. It also helps with students that may have ADD to be able to focus better if there's moving pictures or just a lot of colors to keep them more engaged and actually want to pay attention or try harder to pay attention, even if it may be a little bit more difficult for them. But more than anything, the teacher could actually record the lesson. So maybe if the student couldn't focus at the time, they can rewatch the lesson and it can help them with their homework. And also the English language learners, it can help them practice and learn the language. It really encourages participation, not only because students are able to use it to present their projects, but also to solve, for instance, math problems together. Students can take turns going up in front of the class and working out the problem on the team board. And also, if an ebook is loaded up by the teacher that the whole class is reading, they're able to highlight or circle different areas, such as key terms that the teacher might be testing them on later. And they're able to see on the big screen the new vocabulary in context. So they're able to see what the word means in the book. A lot of time words have various meanings, so it helps to keep the information in context so that the student can learn in that way. And it can also higher reading comprehension because of this. And the way that iReady would benefit students is that it really keeps pace with the learner and it does have differentiated instruction by doing this. And the learner, as they learn, they may not be as advanced as other students, but it still keeps pace with them and still helps them to reach Common Core state standards. The lessons are aligned with Common Core state standards, so it could be really beneficial to students with that are ELL students because it may be more difficult for them to understand lessons sometimes, but it has audio and video instruction to help them to understand what they need to do in the lesson. This also can help students to focus better with the lessons being attractive visually. Also, the fact that it includes somewhat games to keep the student engaged in the lesson. And it also helps the teacher track student progress and to see where the needs are and where students are at, if they're reaching the points that they need to reach their own personal goals. as individuals by sending the teacher daily assessments, and the teacher can use this to tailor the lessons and try to help the students in their own ways in the way that they learn. So the team board and iReady are also very beneficial because students from lower income families may not have access to certain types of technology all the time, the same way that higher income families might. So it really does give them more equal opportunity, and it really can help them to achieve to their own potential. And tech, having the same technical advantages as these other students can really just help even even their achievements with the other students, and they could reach these standards. So this is an example of technology supporting students reaching these state standards. I put an example of this Common Core state standard. It's talking about interpreting the student being able to interpret information presented visually, orally, or quantitatively. And it gives an example: charts, diagrams, web pages, animations. And for them to be able to explain the information and how it contributes to the text. And iReady really does help with this. It does align with this because the animated characters, they introduce the lesson, they introduce the reading, there's pictures going along with the reading. It gives them clues on how to read the text. One of the lessons that I observed explained how words that may sound like other words and how they're spelled, and it gave them clues to help them not to be confused when they started to read the text, and also to give them the context, like this is going to be about birds and weather, and it's just giving them clues about what they're going to be reading about, so it could help with their comprehension questions at the end of the lessons. And and it gives them an opportunity to be able to really comprehend what they're reading and answer the questions correctly. And with the team board, it could align with this if the teacher was to use an ebook for the whole class, and the class has their own text in front of them, but also has it on the big screen. And the teacher is able to highlight and circle different vocabulary words while the students are reading. They can look at it and see it on the board highlighted. It really does make the lesson more memorable, and the students can remember how the vocabulary was used. And it could also help with comprehension and understanding what they're reading. So the expenses of this technology, the team board, it offers an educational discount on the website, and it comes out to $1,880 for each team board for each classroom. And the iReady software really ranges in price. It depends on the packages that you choose. But the package that I did as a sample came out to around $1,700 per classroom with an estimated class size of 30 students. So it's more specific when you're actually ordering the software. And the program also offers professional development for an added fee. And this is really good because teachers really need to know what tools they're using for the students. This tool shouldn't replace the teacher, but it should assist the teacher. So it could be a great tool if the teacher really knows how to use it to help the students. So the professional development is a really good added bonus for this software.